Yo, what is up, guys? It's been a little bit, not gonna lie, because I've been busy. I've been having computer issues, and you know what? It's fine. New videos are coming out. I haven't abandoned the channel, even though it's been like a week. But this is a great time to make a quick video talking about 2.5. Not just yesterday, I reacted to the 2.5 live stream. You can check that out on my Twitch or on my YouTube, and honestly, I'll say, okay, let me preface this. We got more than I expected. I was fully convinced this was gonna be a full-on filler patch, because that's typically the pattern they go with, right? They go main story quest, filler patch, main story quest, filler patch, and so on and so forth. It happened with 1.0 to, well, okay, started from 1.1 and started. So we had 1.1, which was obviously the Mount Firmament quest. Then we went to what the fuck was it? We went back to Huanglong. We did the whole festival thing. We had like little bits of story, but it was more so like for Shang Liao, right? It was just like developing his character and all that stuff. And then we had 1.3, which is the big shorekeeper arc. I know or maybe not suddenly, but people have been starting to find some issues with it. I still think overall it's fine. It probably could have performed better if it followed that the split story structure, the two-part structure that they just recently introduced. But that's a whole other topic. 1.4 was Camellia. That was it. Oh, we got Camellia's companion quest and Encore's companion quest. So I mean, it is what it is, right? And then we had the big thing in 2.0. 2.1 was, okay, I know 2.1 technically is main story, sorta, because it does develop the lore, or like it does give us some more information. I'm gonna be honest, that shit felt filler as fuck to me. I did not like 2.1. The fishing was cool for like a good 10 minutes, and then I got over it. But other than that, 2.1's fine, but I would still consider it filler in my opinion. 2.2, Giga story with Kartathia, really good story in my opinion, still really good. 2.3, we don't talk about 2.3, we move that to the side. And then 2.4, which we just had like probably one of the best full patches besides 2.0 that has ever delivered. So in my head, I was like, oh, it sucks that one of the most anticipated characters is going to be a filler patch. But we got main story quest, which we'll talk about. Well, I'm going to go through the live stream. I'm going to talk about a bunch of little things. I actually did talk about some of this stuff with Goji Rakai, if you know him. Definitely check him out. That's my boy. We talked about it on stream. We don't do that often, but maybe we will. Who knows? But yeah, in my opinion, though, better than I expected, but still kind of mid. Now, before you run to the comments, I'm not saying mid as in it's bad. I know a lot of people say it's mid, and what they really want to say is like, oh, this shit is ass. I'm saying it's mid because it's fine. It does the job. It is a patch. It is a midpoint patch. They delivered a shit ton in the previous patch, and honestly, they're doing more than the typical filler patch in other gacha games. So I'll give it that. But that being said, that doesn't save it from being mid. I think it's a perfectly fine, down the road, middle of the road fucking patch. Aside from a couple of things, which we'll talk about as we fucking I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my but yeah, let's just we'll go over things real brief. I want to make this like a 15-minute video, so I'm gonna start talking. It has already been 4 minutes because I cannot shut the fuck up. All right, we're just gonna switch right on over to, oh, I ended the video. All right. Yeah. Oh, first L, no dong. I don't care. This already went down in the tier list of live streams. I'm not gonna lie, because there's no fucking dong. First thing I want to give the live stream props on. Thank you, Kuro. Okay, this is more so props to Kuro. Thank you for giving us another main story quest. That gives us actually something to do and something to be something to be interested in, something to talk about, something to keep us invested throughout the longevity of this patch. So the fact that they give us a whole new main quest, we get a whole new main quest with another error over, so maybe he's not going to be a dog shit character. I know people have been warming up to him. I've been warming up to him, but I still think Arrow Rover is still one of the most terribly designed characters in MUBA, in my opinion. But well, that's a whole other discussion. So, main story quest, that's a fucking dub. That's a huge dub. And of course, we have the new featured character, the one that everyone's been waiting for, everyone's been wanting, Phrolova herself. Sick intro, sick convene animation. Splash art looks crazy. Alright, we're gonna skip through her idols. Alright, so Phrolova looks cool. I'm gonna just say it here. Phrolova looks super dope. I'm really happy that they finally brought back a character that's like Baizha. I always thought the concept of Baizha's character was cool. It just sucks that Baizha is the only one that kind of has like this puppet slash mimic or like summon that you interact with. Sorry, I sneezed. No, Phrolova looks sick. Only thing is, I'm probably not going to pull for her because she doesn't stand out that much to me specifically. I think she has really cool animations. I think her playstyle is probably going to be really satisfying to a lot of people. But for me, part of the thing that makes me want to pull for a character is if I like the character based on appearance and if I like their personality. Phrolova's like very in the middle of the road for me. I don't really care. I always thought Phrolova was cool, but I've never been like a diehard like fan. Like a bunch of people have been for Phrolova. I know a bunch of people have been wanting this character for the absolute longest. And you know what? I'm happy for y'all. I just don't think I'm gonna pull for her because, I mean... Okay, one, I low-key want to make it a meme that my account's gonna be the Havocless account. And two, I've been dumping all my ass right into Lupa, and I don't feel like spending money. I ain't gonna lie. I don't feel like spending more money. No. And honestly, I don't even have the resources to build her, which is another thing we're gonna talk about in a little bit when we get to it. But Phrolova looks cool. I'm probably not gonna pull her, but that, like, whoever does pull her, I hope you guys have fun. This is something interesting, actually. So her Resonance Liberation is actually way different than what I thought would be, or it would be like. It's not a nuke. It's literally like you take full control. Well, maybe not full control, but you are essentially playing as the Hecate. The Hecate. And at first I thought this was gonna be fucking crazy. I thought it was gonna be like, yo, hollows are gonna be no problem. You are literally invulnerable. But they balance it. You take damage based on, like, if he takes damage. It is what it is. It's cool. Still cool, though. Super dope. And very quick swap savvy. Because they said, like, if you switch off, it continues to do the attacks, like, no problem. So, who knows? Honestly, the damage, like, threshold of this team is going to be pretty fucking insane. Because you're doing so much damage at the same time. So, Phrolova looks sick. I think her weapon looks cool. Funny. Okay, her weapon looks fucking gorgeous, as per usual. The weapons are always fucking peak in this game. I just hope we get to see it more often. I think Phrolova, you get to see it a fair amount of time because she is a rectifier user, but, you know. Oh, this is... Okay, I actually completely skipped over this. This is kind of cool. This is a new way to essentially give us more story and give us probably a hint or a little peek into the future of WoWa. So I'm assuming probably 2.6. This whole event is basically going to tell us about we're literally going to it says it right there. We're literally going to dive into Augusta's Pass. You get to make there's a series of options. You get to make different decisions based on the scenario. And obviously there's not really a punishment if you choose the wrong one. You just have to start over, I think. And you're incentivized to choose the right one, obviously, to get the full story, which I think it's cool. I think it's fine, right? I don't know how it'd be cooler if we were able to incorporate like alternate endings based on the decision we chose, but this is fine. What would make this interesting, I guess, is the backstory has to be something really interesting and has to give us really crazy situations with outcomes that we would not expect Augusta to make. I think this event could be really fucking cool because of the fact we don't know anything about Augusta's character other than the fact that she basically transformed Septimon and she is the current F4, right? So because of that, this event can be really fucking cool. We can see we can get some insight on Augusta. We can maybe find out some crazy shit about her that we would never expect. Overall, cool event. I like what they're doing. I like this a lot. I think they're realizing that people care a lot about the story, and they're really starting to put an emphasis on it and push it through. So, honestly, cool event. I completely forgot about that event, honestly. I didn't even remember this was in the live stream. Got the code, blah 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 blah. The new area, it's fun. It looks like a Ricolo Island, the 2.1 place. It looks like another one of that situation. It looks cool. It has some really cool set pieces, like right here. That's dope. This is pretty cool. But then they also show off like certain areas, and I'm just like, this is just a hallway, dog. Like, this is just a fucking hallway. I mean, like, it's fine, I guess. That being said, I don't know why I like this corridor. It reminds me of something from Huang Long, I think. I don't remember though. But another hallway. This is probably for what's her face, Phrolova's. This is either for a Phrolova companion quest or something related to the main story. Whatever, it's probably something in her scenarios or some shit like that. Underwater place, lasers. There's some new mechanics which we'll find out about. New puzzle. It's literally just it's just connect the colors. I don't know if the numbers are supposed to mean something. It doesn't feel like they're supposed to mean something. But I mean, it's a puzzle, I guess. It's a little slow motion time things. This is kind of cool. I'm assuming this is where we're going to be working with Phrolova. Swimming, blah blah blah. This is fine. That looks fine. That looks cool. I don't think that's a QTE. Maybe it was maybe that was right after a QTE section. If it is a QTE section, they need to fix QTE sections. QTE sections mean nothing. Literally nothing. During stream, whenever there was a QTE section, I got up and went to take a piss. And by the time I got back, it was done. Why even bother? Whatever. New enemies. Kind of cool. They look cool. It's cool to see the Fraxes back again. It's been a while since we got new models for them. Oh, okay. So this is something this might be a me thing. Maybe I just haven't looked into the lore enough. I feel like Fenrico being this boss kind of came out of nowhere. Not to say that Fenrico isn't evil. Obviously, Fenrico's a fucking bad guy. Look at the motherfucker's face, bro. Okay. Obviously, he's the bad guy. There's no doubt about that. But my issue with Fenrico is that I feel like we have not seen him enough on screen actually doing things. We saw him in 2.0 at the end, where we had that whole conversation with him where he was trying to be buddy-buddy with us and kind of like lead us astray. We saw bits and pieces of him in 2.2 because he was the one that crowned fucking Cardothea. Supposedly, I believe it was Cardothea. I believe he was the one that crowned Cardothea. Then we also saw him at the end of 2.3 where he was having that whole conversation with Cristoforo. I'm not saying this because I don't doubt he's a bad guy. We all know he's a bad guy. I just wish we saw more of him on screen actually enacting the plan. Because this feels like a final act for him when we have barely seen the fucking dude. That's my opinion. Maybe I just haven't seen enough. Maybe I haven't looked deep enough. Maybe this is my fault. But also the fact that it looks like he's kind of like going batshit insane. I think there was like a one shot. I don't know. There was like one shot where bro looked like he was like batshit insane or like going crazy with power. Whatever the case may be. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it. Maybe I'm making up shit in my head. Maybe I'm like a schizo. I don't know. But whatever. I kind of wish they didn't reveal the boss. And I also kind of wish they didn't reveal the fact that he has his own echo. But it is what it is. New Nightmare Echoes. Obviously. Because why not? I don't hate the Nightmare Echoes, but you could tell what this led into. Okay, so second problem. Did I mention a problem before? I don't think I mentioned a problem before. I kind of mentioned a problem, but not really, but like, whatever. The Echo Set situation. Listen, I have no problem with them making Echo Sets. I have no problem with them making multiple Echo Sets. And matter of fact, I think this is kind of cool. Because if you look, this is a 3-piece set. This is a 3-piece set. So this opens up the doors to more set builds. This opens up to more more combinations. Maybe they're gonna release more 3-piece sets. Maybe they're gonna release more specific like 2-piece sets. It gives like a very MMO type thing where like if you've ever played an MMO, you'll know that like your character is usually rocking like 3 out of 3 pieces or 2 out of 2 sets or like weird combinations to maximize your build. I think that's cool. The problem is they keep making these Echo Sets that are hyper specific to one singular character and then they drop it. Who uses Tidebreaking Courage other than Brand? Who uses Gust of Vulcan other than Chacona? Who uses Windward Pilgrimage other than Fleur-de-Lis and now Arrow Rover? Who uses Flaming Clawprint? Okay, Flaming Clawprint actually can be used on other characters, but it's mostly for Lupa. Like, we all know it's for Lupa, right? Like, what? Why? What? I have no problem with them making these sets. Just please make sets. Make sets that buff older characters as well. And also make newer characters that also would prefer the old sets. I don't want the old sets to be just completely wasted and washed out. Like, that's my problem with it. That's me personally. I don't know if other people have been having issues with it. I know, I believe Ryuku talked about it for a bit, but, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. So, oh, another thing. Increases crit, okay. Holding 0 resonance energy increases crit rate by 20% and grants 35% echo skill damage bonus. This is in part with this is in part with the hyper specific sets. No other character in the game uses echo skill damage. I believe the only other character that uses any like echo damage related attacks is Cantarella. So maybe this set is good on Cantarella, but like holding 0 resonance energy. If you guys don't know, they said in Phrolova, Phrolova gets access to her resonance liberation after she uses her forte. Here's my problem. Now I don't know if until she uses her forte, she counts as having 0 resonance energy. I don't know if during the ult she doesn't generate any resonance energy, so maybe that's where she also gets that crit buff. But there is no other character in the game that is strictly having 0 resonance energy, let alone gonna be using specifically Havoc, let alone specifically gonna have echo skill damage bonus. This is a set that is so specifically curated to one character, and that's the problem. There's no point in adding echo diversity if those echoes are only going to be used for one specific character. Of course, there are different situations. Maybe future characters will also use mechanics like this, and it'll make it more useful overall. But as someone who's not pulling Phrolova, has no Cantarella either, I have no purpose for this set. This set is actually dead in the water for me. So like, I don't know. That's me. That's my thoughts. I haven't fully like looked into it. Maybe it's something to look into. This is cool, I guess. It's like a little area where you could farm the new Echo set, and have 100% drop rate. I feel like this is such a weird solution because, okay, hold on. Not to shit on it. I think it's a good solution. I think it's fine, right? Especially because, I believe. Oh wait, no, I don't think so. Because all the echoes here are nightmares. All the echoes here are nightmare except for the bird and the hat dude. So other than those two, they're strictly restricted to this one set, which is like cool. That's fine as far as I'm concerned, right? Why not just make an extra? Why not make a new tacit field where you could specifically choose what echoes you wanted? Would that not just solve the issue? What I feel like this is such a like, this is like you know what it's like? This is like, let's say you dropped a glass of orange juice, right? The glass broke, the orange juice is all over the floor. But then you just pick up the shards of glass and throw it out, and then you leave the orange juice on the floor. Okay, you solved part of the problem, but why don't you just solve all of it? Because like, I'm gonna say from my experience, I hated farming Cardatheas for cost because you needed Fleur-de-Lis. But the problem with Fleur-de-Lis's Echo is that you could either get the Pilgrimage one, or you could get the Welkins. At this point, why not like just make a tacit field where I could select what echoes I want to draw? Like, they've introduced these weird roundabout ways. They introduced this little field. They introduced the weekly whatever the camera angle, because my camera was falling. They introduced the weekly thing where we can get the unborn echoes, which are helpful. But why are we doing like all these like out of the way solutions when we could just solve all of the problems all at once? I don't know. That's my take on it. It's fine. I don't hate it. I'm not gonna shit on it. It just feels weird. Okay. I have some funny thoughts about this one. So this is brought to my attention by Goji. They are selling you the whole Havoc team. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. You got Brant. If you have Lupa, if you pull Lupa, there you go. Now you have Lupa's best partner, Brant. There you go. Problem solved. You should probably prioritize pulling for Brant. If you don't like Phrolova, you don't care for Phrolova, ta-da. Now, they're putting Rochia, Phrolova in phase 1. Brant, Cantarella, phase 2. Where is she? Yep, okay, well. Brant, Cantarella, phase 2. They are selling you the entire Havoc team. Is this predatory? Predatory? I don't know. I don't know. I could see it being predatory, but I also just see this as a business practice. This is them selling you the entire Havoc team in one go. You can choose to pull on all of them. You can choose to pull on one of them. You can choose to pull on 2 of them. What I will say is, as someone who recently started ZZZ, which I will make a video on that, probably, I just pulled Miyabi. The shitty thing is, I don't have anyone else for Miyabi. I could use Miyabi's free-to-play team. I actually am using Miyabi's free-to-play team. Sorta. I'm using Rina and Sokaku, or whatever the fuck her name is. But part of the thing is, I wish I could just pull for her entire team. Because I have the resources. I have the entire game to go through. But I don't. For a new player, this is insane. If you were someone that's been saving for Phrolova, if you are someone that has been holding on to every single piece of Asterite for Phrolova, and now Frolova's being released, and she's being released alongside her entire premium team, you won. You got everything you wanted. You're getting the character you want, you're getting her best support, you're getting her best sub DPS, you're getting all their weapons. It's insane. This is an insane moment for you. If you're someone that spends on every single banner, if you're someone like me that fucking, like, you know, maybe you're not an S6 whale, but you do be spending money to be getting some of these characters, this is tough. Especially for me. I cannot pull on this shit. This is a dangerous moment for me. If I spend money on all these banners, I'm cooked. I'm cooked, bro. I just bought a new graphics card. I'm gonna be cooked. But yeah, like, it goes either way. At the end of the day, I think Phrolova savers will be so happy about this. I think this is incredible for you. If you're someone that's pulling on every banner, I need you to humble yourself. be realistic. If you're also trying to play free to play, realistically, you're not getting that gold. That's just the truth of the matter. That's how you got to play these games. You have to be smart. You have to be resourceful. You have to save what you can and save for what you actually need. That's my thoughts on that. Other than that, it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna be real. This event I didn't get. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe if they didn't put it in their fucking weird ass Mickey Mouse language in the game, I know it's like some chaos language bullshit. I don't know what the fuck is happening here. I'm assuming this is the management game, the fucking the management sim that they've been talking about in surveys for so long. This is their way to implement it. I guess you grow these little fucking echoes and then they get tickets for you. Or maybe you're holding a concert and they're getting tickets. I don't know. It looks fine. I don't really care for it. I have no opinion on it. It is what it is. It's an event to do something, I suppose. But yeah, Asterite, I actually really like this banner. That banner art looks really fucking good. It's really pretty. It gives me, if you guys have played Pokemon Black and White, the Ferris wheel part where you ride the Ferris wheel with N, it gives me that kind of vibe. Maybe it has nothing to do with it. It definitely has nothing to do with it. Honestly, it's just a Ferris wheel. Maybe I'm just retarded. I don't know. But that's what I thought. Cool reflection of the echo in the back. We got the Nightmare Echo. Okay, this is stupid, but this is something I've been wanting for so long because I like the blue version of Inferno Rider, and it sucks that ever since I got the Nightmare Echo, I can't use it. But they fixed it. Wahoo! I like it. It's a little stupid thing. I don't care. I ain't gonna lie. This is the part I was most excited about. This is the part I was most excited about throughout this entire fucking patch. I love this puzzle. And the fact that we're getting a normal mode and a difficulty mode, we're getting two different modes to have more fucking... Nah, they cooked. This patch, 10 out of 10, boys. This is a 10 out of 10 patch. No patch competes. 2.4, dead in the water. 2.0, dead in the water. Nothing else matters. This is the peakest of patches. Anyway, I just like I like this puzzle. That's it. I'm glad we got more of it. I guess it's the Genshin in me, maybe. The repressed Genshin child. It's like, I want to make the pretty colors. It's fine. It's cool. I'm just happy about it. Okay. All right. I groaned about this. I deadass groaned about this. At first, I was like, why the fuck are we getting this bullshit? Okay, first of all, that's a completely new character. I don't know who the fuck that is. That's a completely different character. Maybe that's the character that's always sitting with us in the theater. But we're not even gonna talk. I'm not the lore channel. I do like talking about story, but if you want specific lore stuff, there are other people for that. But I was not excited because I hope to God they drop this fucking event. I hope to dear God, to Allah, to fucking, to Jesus Christ, to whoever the fuck you believe in, they would not touch this event. They would just throw it away, pretend like it never fucking happened. They added more. But they started talking more about the feedback that they got. They started talking about the improvements they made. Granted, the feedback they should have listened to was delete the fucking event. But, you know, it is what it is. You know what? They know their mistake, and they're going to try and fix it. And you know what? I could respect that. And honestly speaking, a lot of these fixes do look like it could completely transform the event. They're gonna add like fast clear stuff, like fast clear option. If you're over the level of a fight, it'll just automatically clear it. They've improved, like they made the UI a little more readable and more accessible without having to go through the fucking array of menus. I always thought it was annoying that trying to get to the trying to see your fucking your team buffs, you had to go through like 2 other menus. It was like kind of annoying. And there's a faster movement function. I hope with the power of the skip button and all these QoLs, we could somehow take these events down to maybe like 15 minutes. That's what I'm hoping for. maybe at most 30 minutes, right? I hope this helps the event. Do I still wish this event didn't exist? Of course I do. I think Dreaming Deep is the worst thing in the world, and I wish they just brought back original Elusive Realm. But it seems they want to double down on this, and if they're willing to put in the work to fix it, I will see what those fixes entail. I'm going to be optimistic about it. I don't know, though. Oh, not that. Okay, we got a photo event. We got a exploration event. We got our 7-day login. The QoLs. The QO fuck it. The QoLs. The QoLs are something WoA has always been pretty good at. They've been very good at listening to feedback. They've been very good at hearing us out. They've been very good on improving upon things that they know that they kind of like fucked up. I have never been so upset at a series of QoLs. I've never been so upset at hearing these motherfuckers talk than this very moment. This is the one time where I wish there were no subtitles, where I wish I didn't understand a single fucking word they said. Because this dead ass felt like a kick in the balls. This felt like a fucking insult. I'm just gonna have a mute and I'm gonna read it up. Let's start with echoes, which have always been a key part of the game system. For daily echo upgrades, we've been working and rolling out optimizations in versions 2.5. We're introducing a new feature called Echo Sync Tuning. On the Echo upgrade menu, you'll find a setting button next to the auto select. Here you can toggle sync tuning on or off. Once enabled, tuners will automatically be selected on the Echo upgrade menu when you consume a certain amount of Echo EXP items. A matching number of tuners will be assigned, and you just click the upgrade and tune button to upgrade and tune your Echo simultaneously. You guys remember that puddle of orange juice I was talking about on the floor? I should probably clean that up, right? And I could clean that up, right? But you know what that doesn't solve? The fact that my house is submerged in the fucking ocean, because that is not the problem people were talking about when it came to Echo experience. No one was complaining about the fact that you have to upgrade your echoes with tubes, and then you have to upgrade them with upgrade them with tubes. Oh wait, that's what I said. Oh my god. You upgrade them with tubes, and then you have to upgrade. I just yanked this shit out of my ear. Ow, that fucking hurt. Then you have to upgrade them with tuners. No one was upset about that. What we were upset about is the fact that we don't have enough tubes, we don't have enough tuners, and the fact that tuners are repetitive and stupid to begin with. There's no fucking way, bro. There's no way they saw the complaints from 1.0 all the way back in 2024, a little more than a year ago. And up until now, we have all been yelling to the fucking skies, complaining about the same shit every single fucking day. I just dropped a face mask. And this is what they came up with. It's been a year, Kuro. It's been a fucking year. I've said this in almost every survey. I know St. Tontas has said this in every survey. Okay, maybe St. Tontas haven't. But I know St. Tontas has made videos about it. I know fucking Blazion has made videos about it. I know Ethan's made videos about it. I know everyone's made fucking videos about this goddamn Echo experience in WoA. There's no fucking way this is what we've come up with. And you know what? The fact that this motherfucker, what was his name? This guy. Listen, love you, dude. Actually, no, I don't really. You're not Dong. I don't give a fuck. The fact that he reiterates it like we're all 5 years old to extend this little bit and to make this shit look better than it really is. I don't need to turn the echoes after the upgrade, but now I can just complete them at the same time? Now, Bro! Oh my god. And then you can just turn this feature off if you want to. That's right. I mean, listen, you know what? All things aside, I'm glad they've added that option, I suppose. Like, if you like, I don't know, if you like breaking your account in slow motion, sure, that's cool. If you fucking, I don't know, like, that's all this is. This is just a way to brick your account faster. That's all it is. And then this part, I mean, this is fine. It's like an echo management plan. I guess it's like to help sort through shit. Yeah, okay, so this is kind of cool. This definitely helps, right? But again, this is such a non-issue compared to the bigger issues we have. We hope this update makes echo building a smoother experience for everyone. So you know what we want. You know what we've been talking about. You know the shit we've been complaining about. And this is how you choose to interpret it. Kuro. I love you guys. I really do. You guys make great games. I've been having fun on PGR. I've been having immense fun on Moolah. But holy fuck, what is this? I'm not even mad at the features. I'm more mad at that they preface this with everything we wanted to hear. Bro, this is literally the equivalent of like I don't know, bro. It's like I don't know what to compare it to. It's just this is so fucking like not at all what a lot of people have been wanting. Granted, am I gonna use the features because they're useful? Yeah. But in the mountain of issues regarding echoes, this is not the first one I wanted to see solved. But whatever. Moving on from that, this is cool. It makes it a little more streamlined. Now you can just hunt straight out nightmares, and you know, it's about time they added this. You know, cool stuff. Is there anything? Oh, they expanded the team slots. That's something we did ask for. Very cool. Very love that. They expanded it to 10. I feel like they should have just expanded it to like 20 or like 15. So they would never have to look at this for maybe like another year and a half, 2 years, but whatever. 10 is fine. 10 is probably more than enough, you know. Oh, this is really cool. For all the Chicona haters, you can now turn off music that is specific to specific resonators. So obviously, Phrolova, her whole thing, she's a conductor. She'll probably have her own custom music, and now you can turn it off. And I'm assuming this probably goes for Chicona as well. And I know a lot of people were either annoyed by Chicona's music or just didn't like the fact that they didn't get to hear the normal Wuha music whenever using the Arrow team. So there you go. Really cool update. Thank you. You guys do listen. You guys are just a little stupid at times, but you know what? It is what it is. Love you, Kuro. This is fine. This is great. I didn't mind Chicona songs, but I know so many people honestly didn't even pull Chicona because of this factor alone. So, yeah, I think that's basically it. Damn, they really posed the fuck out of her in this one. I think that's about it for this. There was no teaser at the end. Yeah, I mean, this is a very solid patch. Other than that little Echo Experience fucking tangent I went on, this is still a very solid patch. And I'm gonna say mid because, well, let's be real, it's but even besides that, I do think this is a very normal patch. Not every patch is gonna be a banger. Not every patch is gonna be like 2.4 or 2.2 or 2.0, right? They need time to cook that up. They need the resources. They have Tencent in their back pocket, so they definitely have the resources. But they need the time to cook it up. So, it is what it is. I think people are kind of... I think people are fair to consider this a filler. I don't think it's filler just because it also has main story. Like, it literally has an MSQ, so it technically cannot be a filler. Like a literal... Not like bullshit MSQ. Like an actual MSQ. So I wouldn't say it's filler. I think this is great. I think this is a fine, normal patch. This is like what I expect from every other patch. That being said, if 2.6 is a banger, 2.5 is gonna look worse. I'm just gonna say that right now. 2.5 is gonna look worse because you guys, you could tell there's like not that many events. There's like what, 3 events? There's the Augusta thing, the management thing. There are 2 events. That it? They're probably gonna throw in like some fucking like Lalo support or like some other bullshit. But yeah, those are my thoughts about this live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I hope you guys are gonna enjoy Phrolova. I think Phrolova looks great. But, you know, this patch has already surpassed my expectations. So, that's my thoughts on it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe because I know 70% of y'all ain't even subscribed. Oh, what's up with that? I'm kidding. But, yeah, please do subscribe. It would support me a lot. And make sure to check me out on Twitch and YouTube because I do stream. What am I holding? I'm holding a clip. I do stream pretty often. I wasn't able to stream this week that much, but I did a 9-hour stream yesterday, which was more due to my stupidity. But we're doing Woo-Wall. We're starting to do some ZZZ. We might go into Star Rail just because I kind of want to see what the whole Fate collab shit is about. And we'll probably be playing more variety games now because I think a lot of my viewers, or a lot of my recurring viewers in the streams have been wanting more games. So yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.